Property taxes don't just stop because somebody passes away. If they're ignored during probate, penalties and even foreclosure can result. I'm Nate Clark, an Austin, Texas realtor that specializes in probate and inherited properties, and I actually see tax issues derail a probate sale a lot more often than you would expect. So a question I get when somebody passes away is, do property taxes continue accruing during probate? And yes, property taxes do continue during probate. Probate doesn't pause annual tax bills, penalties, or interest. Counties don't wait for probate to finish. Now, these property taxes aren't a burden of the individual heirs, they have to be paid for by the estate. That response typically falls to the executor or the administrator if there is no will. Even if the home is vacant, taxes must be kept current to protect the estate. What if taxes aren't paid? If taxes aren't paid, penalties and interest accrue. Tax liens attached to the property, and those liens have to be cleared out and paid to sell the property, and in extreme cases, a tax foreclosure can occur. This can dramatically reduce or even completely eliminate an estate's equity. A lot of people ask me, well, we can't pay the tax up front. Can taxes be paid from the estate's equity after a sale of the house? Oftentimes, yes. In many probate sales, back taxes are paid at closing from the estate's proceeds before any money is distributed to heirs. But waiting till closing can still increase those costs that are accruing. The biggest mistake I see families making is assuming that somebody else is handling the taxes. Probate courts, counties, and heirs don't automatically coordinate, unfortunately. If the executor doesn't stay on top of it, the estate ends up paying the price. So if you're an executor or an heir dealing with property taxes during probate, getting ahead of it can actually save thousands. If you want help understanding what needs to be paid or planning the sale of estate-owned property, I'm happy to walk you through the process, your individual situation, and what that would look like here in the Austin area. And I make these videos for educational and informational purposes, but the best way to get the best information as it applies to your specific situation is for us to have a short conversation, so I've included all my contact information down below.